June 28th, 1914, the Prince of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, along with his wife, was on a visit to Bosnia. While traveling through the streets, they were waving to people from their car. At one point, their driver mistakenly took a wrong turn. Though this was an error, little did anyone know that this single wrong turn would lead to the outbreak of World War I, a war that would claim the lives of 40 million people and cause billions of dollars in damage. Yes, let's take a look at how a simple wrong turn pushed the world into the devastating World War I. Welcome back to another video by Global Facts. Before World War I, around the early 1900s, the world map looked very different from what it is today. Large empires like the Russian Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and the Austro-Hungarian Empire were prominent. Among these, one of the most important regions was Bosnia and Herzegovina, where this entire issue began. In 1908, the Austro-Hungarian Empire annexed Bosnia and began controlling its affairs. Bosnia was home to many Slavic people, and neighboring Serbia also had a large Slavic population. Because of this, there was a deep sense of sympathy between the people of Bosnia and Serbia. However, Serbia was not a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. While both countries shared similar people, they were under different rulers. The Austro-Hungarian Empire sought to annex Serbia as well, bringing it into their empire. This would unite Bosnia and Serbia under their control, leading to less division among the people. But the people of Bosnia and Serbia didn't want that. Many Slavic people started to despise the plans of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. They dreamed of creating a united, independent country made up of Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Serbia, which they would call Greater Serbia or Yugoslavia. However, their only option was to hate the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The Austro-Hungarian Empire might have attacked Serbia, but they were wary of Russia, which didn't want the Austro-Hungarian Empire to grow further in that region. Their name lacked resignation. They were just part of the Hungarian Empire. To counter Russia, the Austro-Hungarian Empire allied with Germany to have their back. Russia, on the other hand, formed an alliance with France. As a result, Serbian and Bosnian nationalists gradually started forming organizations for their independence. These organizations at first only protested against the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but over time they transformed into militant organizations that resorted to violence and bloodshed. One such organization was called the Black Hand, which aimed to create a united Greater Serbia, or Yugoslavia. They were willing to kill anyone who stood in their way to achieve this goal. In the midst of this chaos, there was a 19-year-old named Gavrilo Princip. Since childhood, he had been obsessed with the idea of an independent Yugoslavia, and he joined the Black Hand to make that dream a reality. Princip and his group started planning day and night on how to free their people from the Austro-Hungarian Empire. They attempted multiple times to assassinate Austro-Hungarian officials, but failed every time. Fast forward to 1914, they learned that the Austro-Hungarian Prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand was planning a visit to Bosnia. The prince was set to become the emperor of the Austro-Hungarian Empire and was at the center of the plans to conquer Serbia. The Black Hand members knew they had to stop him from becoming king at any cost. This news filled them with joy, and they started plotting a dangerous plan. The Black Hand's plan involved 3 members positioned at different locations along the prince's route. Each member would throw a grenade when the prince's car passed by, and then take cyanide pills to kill themselves, followed by jumping into the nearby river to make sure no one knew their identities. The idea was to ensure that if the prince was killed, the assassin would also die, thus keeping the organization's secrecy intact. As the plan was being made, Gavrilo Princip, full of passion for his cause, decided to go his own way. On June 28, 1914, the day the plan was supposed to be executed, things didn't go as expected. The first member of the Black Hand, when the prince's convoy passed, froze in fear, and failed to throw the grenade. The second member also hesitated, and before he could act, the prince's car had already passed. Now, all the responsibility rested on the third member, but even he missed his target. His grenade landed away from the prince's car, injuring 20 people in the crowd, but failing to harm the prince or his wife. In desperation, the assassin took the cyanide pill, but it had expired, so it didn't kill him. He then jumped into the nearby river, but unfortunately, the river was only about a foot deep that day, as the water level had receded. He was quickly arrested by the police, and the plot to assassinate the prince failed. But the story doesn't end here. After the failed attempt, the prince and his wife were rushed to safety, and the schedule was changed. The prince, enraged, complained to the mayor of Bosnia, saying that their visit was supposed to be a celebration, but it had been met with a bomb attack. Upon hearing that 20 people had been injured, the prince decided to change his route and head to the hospital instead of going to the museum. However, the driver was not informed about the change and by mistake took the wrong turn. As the car neared the location where Gavrilo Princip was waiting, he saw an opportunity. The driver, now aware of the change, slowed the car down and attempted to turn back. This was the perfect moment for Gavrilo Princip. He pulled out his pistol and shot both the prince and his wife, killing them instantly. When the news reached the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the emperor, furious with the assassination, decided to attack Serbia. Russia, which had been supporting Serbia, saw this as an attempt by the Austro-Hungarian Empire to conquer Serbia, and thus they joined the fight against the Austro-Hungarians. Germany, who was already allied with the Austro-Hungarian Empire, joined in, and soon France, who had initially stayed neutral, joined forces with Russia against Germany. This led to a chain reaction, and soon the entire world was involved in what became World War I. It is said that if the prince's car hadn't taken that wrong turn, he might have survived and the war might not have started, but instead, millions of lives were lost. 4 years later, the war ended and millions of people were killed, while the Spanish flu spread globally, killing over 50 million people. The financial toll was unimaginable, and the world would never be the same again. As a fun fact, the armistice that ended World War I was signed 4 years after the prince's death, on November 11th, 1918, November 11th, 18, and coincidentally, the number of the prince's car that day was also 1111. Could it be a coincidence, or was there something more to this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for your love and support. Make sure to like and share this video, and I'll see you in the next amazing video.